Okay, welcome back. And so we made a bunch of sales today, and we did refunds and exchanges, and we sold cash and credit, and we had a lot of fun. And it's time to go home. And in order to go home, we need to do three things. We need to print a report. We need to count the money and report that cash is matching, and to clock out. So first thing is first. POS reports, actions, reports. Now, the majority of you knows what a Z report is. That's basically a report that closes the day off. Live POS doesn't operate like that. We don't close the day because you printed a report. We close, quote unquote, the day when midnight arrives at your time zone. So, and it doesn't matter where it is around the world. So what you are going to be doing here is what we call the detailed sales report. Now, in about 2-3 weeks into using live POS, you will realize that you're wasting paper, that you don't really need all of this printed and put in the envelope with the cash, because you already have this information available on your dashboard on the back end. So, but just for the beginning, we see a lot of people starting to use it because the employees are just accustomed to it, but very soon you're gonna stop. So this report, click print. It will print every single individual sale that you had today, as if you never clicked, do you want a merchant copy? Let's say you click no, no, no all day. You click no, so you don't have any piece of a receipt inside your till. You print this, and you'll have them all, because it reprints everything. So this is 48 and this is 49. And remember, we did 75 together, I believe. Here it is. And this is 76. That was our refund. Remember that. So just click print and you're good to go. And that's gonna waste a lot of paper, and then eventually you'll realize you really don't need it. So the next thing that I want to show you is for your employees. So when your employees are going home, sometimes they want to take a copy of their sales. Now, if they worked together with 4 or 5 different people, they don't care how much the store made. They care that what's their portion. If the entire store sold $4,000 and they sold $700 that day, they want to take some kind of a copy with them, because later on they're gonna come back to you and say, "Hey, I want you owe me 1% out of $700." So for transparency, it's very helpful for the employee to be able to do that. So again, click on actions. They will reports and employee report. Again, very simple, and that will show for that employee what is their portion for the day, and this is the portion, the volume that Ace sold today, which is out of this total amount. So very, very simple. So these are the reports that you're gonna be printing, and now that you're done, the next thing we need to do is we need to count the money again. We're going home. So remember, this is kind of fast forward to 9-10 o'clock at night. We need to count the money and go home. So cash register activity, like we did before. Again, actions, cash register. And then in our example, Ace would be the one to count the money. And we started the day with about $200, but we sold a bunch of stuff. So we have 2,768. 2 things that we need to do. 1, we need to count the money to make sure we actually have this amount. And 2, we have to take out money, put it, either you have your employees deposit it, you pick it up at night, you give it to the manager, you put it, underneath the till, you have them slide it into a safe. It doesn't matter how you do it. The most important thing is that you have to update the system that you took money out, so we don't have money missing. So first thing is first, we're going to count the money exactly like we did before, and they will count everything that they need to count. And if you're asking where we have 500, some countries like India, for example, they have 500 denominations. So that's why it's here. You can make that go away if you want. You can hide it. And then just for fun, and I'm gonna put notes on money count, and it will tell me that I'm missing $24, and I'll deal with that. Again, there's a timestamp. There's a report in the back end that's available on your cell phone, or your laptop, on your iPad, within a second after I click continue anyway. So it's not like if the employee doesn't call you immediately, you're going to lose something. So they counted the money. And now they're gonna take money out, so they know they need to leave $200 for the next shift tomorrow morning. They'll do money out, and they will calculate it very quickly, and they say, okay, I need to, so I'm gonna do 2544, and I'm gonna deposit it, and going to Wells Fargo, and then done. And now 200 is ready for the next day. We can close this. And the last thing we need to do before we go home is we clock out. Very, very simple. Clock out. And we are done. So just to recap what we learned today. So we learned how to come in the morning, open the store, clock in, count the money, then search for products. Either scan them or name scan them or look it up or I didn't show you how to do category. I'm sorry. Category, very simple. You click here, category, see, category. Another way to find your products. And then the ones with a plus, you can dig in. Here we go. And these products are under that category. Oh, I clocked out. What do you know? So I'll clock back in real quick. You cannot do anything with live POS unless you're clocked in, because we have to keep track. So I can go ahead and select that product there. Pop. And then if I want to show all the categories again, I can do that. So we learned how to do the clock in, and we counted the money, and we looked up a product by scan and by name, and now I showed you category as well. We did a cash sale, a credit sale, a split sale. We looked at price override, which is like an on-the-spot discount. We did coupons. We split a sale with 2 employees. Even one of them wasn't even working today. We added and looked up CRM, customer information. We suspended a sale. We looked up an invoice. We did a refund and an exchange together. We looked at reports. We did the, and then when it comes to the end of the day, we did the money count and money out, which is the deposit that I showed you. We clocked out, and we're done for the day. So this is what I would call the live POS 101. And in about 1 minute, we're gonna dive into another module of live POS, which is the work order module. And I'll also gonna describe a little bit of how the serial number feature works. These are 2 new features that we added. So if you are a retail, a strictly retail solution, then you are done for today. And thank you for joining. And if you want to stick around, we will do a little bit more, about 15 more minutes, about work orders and intake and how we take in stuff for repair and stuff like that. So we will be back in, let's say, 30 seconds. Thank you.